My name's Alison, CEO of Ubalances Solutions. I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about having conversations with people when the conversation is uncomfortable. So, we're all called upon many times a day to have conversations with children, with partners, with friends, and particularly within our workplaces. The types of conversations that we kind of dread having, and for many of us we put off and actually try not to have it all, and we put them in the too hard basket and hope they'll go away. But like emotions and like swimming with a ball in a pool, the more you push something down, when you let it go, it'll pop up, and the more you push it up, the higher it will pop up. And so it is with difficult conversations. When we have the courage to lean vulnerably into them early on, and that requires quite a lot of emotional intelligence, we find that we actually navigate through and get to a win-win solution a lot quicker. And the longer we put it off, the harder it actually becomes. So how do we actually do this? Let me try in a few steps to give you a bit of a framework around how to go into having those uncomfortable, some people call them difficult conversations. It's very helpful to do your thinking before you go into it and think, what would a great solution look like here? How am I feeling? How do I want the other person to be feeling? So do some thinking around, we call it think, feel, act. Do your thinking, put yourself in their shoes, look at it from your perspective, and then say, look at the feelings of everybody involved. And then think, if I do this as an action, what's the ripple effect for me? How would it impact me, my health, the people I love, people around me at my work? And if I do that, what's the ripple effect of that? So it's kind of this consequential thinking process that we go through by ourselves even before having the conversation. The two, if it's a conversation which we're going to be praising someone, it's fine. Let's do it, in front of other people. It's a sort of a bonding, connecting type of conversation, that's fine. But when conversations are difficult, the sensitivity around them is to have them in private, and actually to give the person some acknowledged warning that you're going to be having a bit of a chat. So you prime them. We call it priming for trust. You sort of set the stage and the scene that you're going to be having a little conversation. So in that private moment, it's useful to first share what you're thinking, and then ask the other person what they're thinking. Share with them what your vision of success for this conversation would look like up front. Let them know that you're there because you want a good outcome. You're there because you want to talk it through. And you believe that together you can co-create a new way forward for the situation. The important thing is to try to have empathy, to ditch the judgment, which isn't so easy because we're all a bit addicted to judgment. So try to not have any blame language coming in, and to be truly present and listen when that person's telling their side of the story, to try and not cast judgment on it, but literally take it on board as important information for you to know about. You then put forward how you see a potential solution, put forward some options on the table, and then invite them to share their options. Share the ripple effect of your options and invite them to share what will be the ripple effect of their options. And then you go to that wonderful place where you kind of co-create, well, let's do some thinking together. How can we move forward on this? And it's in that space that the beauty arises, because the person will start to come up with solutions, and you come up with solutions, and you can co-create what it might look like as a preferred future. So at no stage have we gone into blame and judgment, but we've kept the conversation open for possibility. And those are the best kinds of difficult conversations that we can have. Thank you.